Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Drums and Drams. My name's Cameron, and today we've got another Stag Week review on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at batch 23B, which is coming in at 127.8 proof. So we're just below that 130 proof point where I feel like a lot of these stags tend to be bottled at. I don't know if that means that this slightly lower proof batch will be more relaxed and approachable, or maybe it's going to be just as blisteringly hot as we might expect from any batch of Stag. But either way, I do want to quickly say thank you to a generous Patreon member, supporter, and friend of the channel, Jeb, who not only sent this sample of 23B along, but also a sample of Stag 23C, which is the next video in this Stag Week series, or if you're watching this in real time, that's going to come out tomorrow. And very quickly, I do want to say that there will be spoilers to the 23A video, which was the previous release in the series. So if you don't want to see those spoilers, pause this video now, go watch the 23A review, and then come on back and finish this one up. But now let's get into this on the nose. Again, 127.8 proof, batch 23B. Let's check it out and see what we get. So first impression on the nose is not great for me on this one. I loved 23A, spoiler alert, big, bright, sweeter notes. Like that was the first impression over there. Great vanillas, just a complex profile as I kind of worked my way through it, and it drank incredibly well. But on the nose of this 23B, it comes off tight and closed off, which is interesting because given the slightly lower proof, I mean, it's not remarkably lower, but just given a slightly lower proof, I thought, well, maybe this is their way of going for like a more round profile in this batch, but it's really not that. I mean, this is sharp ethanol, sharp, oak / white pepper spice. Now, if you do dig beneath that, which we are going to do, I'm not going to complain about this the whole time. The biggest note on the nose is a flat Coca-Cola note. We often, in the world of whiskey reviews and whiskey tube, we'll talk about flat cola, flat cherry cola, flat root beer, flat Dr. Pepper. I mean, we have a lot of these notes, right? This one to me is distinctly Coca-Cola. There's that kind of almost bitter bite to it, that crispness. There's a little bit of that, but there's also that kind of like brown syrupy sweetness that you get from Coca-Cola. But that's not enough to redeem the fact that this feels tight, young, not the best blend on the nose. It just feels very closed off. Yeah, and you're going to hear me say a lot of the same notes between these different Stag reviews this week because, I mean, we are talking about the same product here. So yes, this does have this kind of general caramel sweetness. I said waffle cone on 23A. This one is just more like general caramel. What a lame tasting note. General caramel. It's like, I salute you, General Caramel. Anyways, there's also some chocolate in here, just like the previous batch. Yes, barrel char, because there's that intense oak influence to a lot of these batches. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's working together quite as well as 23A. I do want to call out a few more things on the nose. Yeah, there is somewhat of a cherry note in here, which is nice. I do appreciate that. And instead of the kind of sweet grape syrup or grape soda notes that we often get on these Stags, this one to me feels a little bit darker, less candy sweet, which makes sense. We have this cola note that is not as sweet as one might think. Like it still has that bitterness, that little bit of a bite to it. And this dark fruit element works in well with that because it's not particularly sweet. It feels more like a plum kind of note as opposed to grape soda, grape syrup. I don't know if this is even a real thing, but I'm just going to say it. Spiced plums. Does that exist? Cinnamon and plums? I don't know, but cinnamon plum is kind of the thing that's coming to my brain right now. Overall, I mean, I could nerd out about this all day. It's just not really doing it for me. I hate to say it. So let's get it on the palate now and see what we get. Cheers. The front of the palate is kind of nice. Very intense, dark spices on here. Yeah, I really like that. Oh, but hang on. I liked the front of the palate, the mid palate. Oh man, we took a turn. So That's probably weird to watch, right? Someone just tasting something and having all these feelings about it. But in the finish of this whiskey, it turns very bitter, but also there's a sickly sweetness, like a saccharine sweetness to this. Reminds me of like toothpaste. Even the flavor, it's not even just the sweet component. There's like a mintiness to this. Menthol in particular, I would say. And this artificial saccharine sweetness, and even a little bit of a grassy note now. Damn. So unfortunately, the nose not great. If you can look past the closed off ethanol forward nature of the nose, then okay, you might enjoy that. And I wouldn't fault you for that, or I wouldn't say that you're wrong if that's the case. The front and mid palate experience, I really liked. I thought it was great. Big dark spice, like again, spiced plum. That makes no sense in my as I think about it, but in my head as I'm saying it, it's what I'm experiencing. And then the finish goes out the freaking window. So I'm going to do one more sip and then we're going to wrap this up. Oh. Yeah. So even now, gosh, now that it's been on my palate once, that second sip immediately hit me with fresh cut grass and that weird sweetness. So this is not it. I'm not a fan of 23B. I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm not going to drink any more of this. It's time to get on to 23C. I'm shooting all of these in a row. So 23C is up next. I hope it's going to be better than this 23B. Yeah, 23A was just a dream compared to this one. So that's going to do it, guys. Cheers, and I will see you next time here on Drums and Drams.